The Ultrasport Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Hello and welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the first international NFL game of 2024. The Minnesota Vikings and the New York Jets set to get underway here in London, England. One of the foremost stadiums in the Premier League, playing host to our first game of the day. We've got Miami and New England coming up later, but we have a commitment to covering all the games of the international series, and it gets underway here as the Minnesota Vikings battle the Jets. You can hear the Skol chants as the Vikings prepare to kick this one off. Neutral venue, but the Vikings deemed the home team. Jets to receive. This is carried out past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and up to the 31. Good return there for the Jets as we see a man who has most definitely had experience with the Minnesota Vikings in his career. Former Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers making his way out onto the field along with New York's offensive line. Return up to the 31 here for New York. Good starting position for the quote-unquote away team. There's the snap. Rodgers looking for a pass to start this off. Finds the mark. He keeps going. It is Garrett Wilson getting up to the 46 as the Jets pick up a first down on the first play of the game. There's the snap. And the catch once again made by Wilson. He's taken down to the 50, gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for New York here. As we get underway, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. If you're in the USA, it is about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Over here in London, game starting about 2 p.m. as this will be a takedown at the 48. Jets get past the 50, but they're on 3rd down. Rodgers and crew hoping to convert here. Vikings looking for their first possession of the game. Last week, battled the Packers. We also covered that game. 2 Vikings games in a row here on Ultrasport as Rodgers gets the pass in a bit of a sack, in a possible situation with a sack. Hall with the catch. He gets up to the 43, and the Jets keep the ball. It's first down. Bad wording there, maybe. Maybe a bit confusing. What I meant to say was in a situation where it's possible for him to get sacked. Something like that. 1st and 10 at the 43 here. Rodgers will fire it away. And it's the 3rd first down of the game for New York as Tyler Conklin makes the catch. Jets up to the 32 now. We're in the second half of the first quarter. But we've still got a lot of football action here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We'll be at Wembley in a couple weeks as well. We're here at Tottenham 2 weeks in a row. Pass is caught. He can't get all the way. It is number 18, Mike Williams, going down at the 12 as we see the replay. $20-yard gain there for New York. And now on the 12. Jets trying to take the early lead here. Just over a minute to go in this first quarter. Rodgers fires it away. Pass is caught. Did he get to the goal line? It does not look like it. Breece Hall stopped at the 1. It's 1st and goal for New York as the Vikings defense manages to at least delay a touchdown, but stopping them is quite another matter. And he's going to get stopped again. Hall goes down at the 1. 2 plays in a row. And the Vikings defense hoping to force New York to settle for a field goal. 30 seconds to play here in the first. There's the snap. Rodgers with the handoff to Hall, and the third time is the charm. New York Jets taking the lead with a touchdown. Here's the replay. Vikings did what they could. They stopped him on the last 2 plays, but Breece Hall eventually able to get into the end zone, targeted 3 plays in a row. And now the Jets open up this game. They get the first possession, they get the first touchdown, and the first score. As we see the point after. The kick is up, and it's good. New York 7, Minnesota 0. 9 plays, 69 yards, and 3 minutes, 34 seconds of game time there. Jets taking up most of this first quarter on that possession, but that's Ultra Sport rules for you. We only do 4-minute quarters here on this network. As the Vikings await the kickoff. A lot of purple in the stands here today. Not the first time Minnesota's been in London. This will be taken out past the 30. Good return there. All the way up to the 34 as Sam Darnold leads the Vikings out onto the field. So if we go by our universe, Vikings with a 20-17 loss to the Packers last week. I know that's going to confuse some people, but for answers, just go to our coverage of that game, or to break the fourth wall, our simulation. So the Vikings 3-1 as we enter our second game of Week 5. We were in Atlanta for the Falcons and the Buccaneers earlier this week, Tuesday night. Darnold fires it away, good deflection, and it was almost an interception. Catch could not be made there. Vikings had a fumble situation early in the Green Bay game as well, but it was eventually overturned. So they were able to stay with the possession, and I believe they took it for a field goal. As Darnold will fire this close to the out-of-bounds line, he manages to find Jordan Addison for the catch at the 46. 9 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Robert Saleh, head coach of the Jets, giving his orders to the defensive line. Here's the snap as time runs out in the first. And the Vikings pass the 50 up to the 48 as we take a break. New York 7, Minnesota 0 here in London. Well, this stadium is usually home to a different kind of football. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium being named, of course, for the soccer team in the Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur, one of the preeminent teams in England. NFL has been hosting games here for a few years now, and here's some footage from one of their games. And I suppose this would be as good a time as ever to announce that beginning in January of 2025, the Ultra Sport Network will be covering Premier League games here on the channel. Stay tuned for that. There will be more details coming out as we get closer to the premiere date. But until then, stay tuned. Let's get back to the game. So it's 7-0 for New York here at the start of the second quarter at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Vikings with the ball on New York's 48. As we get underway here in the first NFL. I said this was the first international NFL game of 2024 at the start of the broadcast. I realize now I was wrong because I've just realized this now. The Packers and the Eagles played in Sao Paulo, Brazil in Week 1, and we did not cover this, but I should say we are committed to covering, as far as I know, all the international series games except for the one that happened in week 1 in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So I apologize for that mistake I made earlier, as Darnold fires this away. Catch is made on the 37, gain of 2 on that play. Vikings picked up a first down while I was talking about international series games. There's the snap. Looking for a pass here. What a throw! It is caught by Justin Jefferson! Incredible touchdown for the Vikings! And they manage to get back in this one. Here's the replay. He's throwing from around the 44, the 43. Jefferson is way out there near the end zone. Manages to make the catch. Risky play, but it pays off. He celebrates, gets in the way of the referee. But the Vikings, with this point after touchdown, will tie the game. And we're just waiting for the kicker here. The snap, the kick, 7-7. 6 plays, 66 yards. I don't like that. And 66 seconds as well. 1 minute, 6 seconds of game time. I don't know what to say to that, but it is what it is. And the New York Jets getting ready with Aaron Rodgers to take the ball once again. .3:12 to play. Early going here in the second quarter, and if that doesn't make sense to you, then you aren't familiar with Ultra Sport football rules. As this will be carried out past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 20. Can he get up to the 25? Yes, he can, but just barely. Aaron Rodgers will now lead the offensive line back out on the field. Second possession in this game for New York. First one, as you can see on the scoreboard, ended with a touchdown. Vikings equalize, and now the Jets hoping to get back in the lead. We've seen a lot of close games here on Ultra Sport, a lot of back and forth in the NFL. Certainly some exciting moments have been on this network in the few short weeks we've covered football. Catch made here by Garrett Wilson. He's had quite a few receptions today so far. Jets get up to their own 38 on that play as they pick up the first down. There's the snap, and he's taken down at the 45, gain of 7 on that play. Jets with a good pace here. Getting up the 2-minute warning. And it's always an important thing to note, always a factor. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. Rodgers instantly fires that one away. Pass is caught by Tyler Conklin. And that looks like it's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jets on Minnesota's 46, 2 minutes to go here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. New York 7, Minnesota 7 in the first London game of 2024. There's the snap. And the catch is going to be made here. It is Malachi Corley at the 42. He'll get taken out of bounds. Gain of 5 on that play. 5 down, 5 to go for a first down. There's the snap. Rodgers again. Quick pass there. Goes to number 82, Xavier Gipson. But the Jets only get 2 yards on that play, and they're on 3rd down now. On Minnesota's 39, you've got nothing to lose with a field goal. Of course, I guess there's always risk that someone catches it, but it's very rare. But I don't think it matters. Pass is caught by Garrett Wilson. He's down to 24. And the Jets with with a chance to extend their lead, but that's effectively what a possession is. Also, they're not in the lead. I really need to think things through, since phrasing was my one problem and not the fact that it's a tie. But it's not going to be a tie for much longer. He's taken down in the end zone, but it does not matter. Malachi Corley with a touchdown for the Jets. And it is New York back in the lead here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Rodgers passes from around the 35, and the catch is made. He's able to evade Minnesota's defense. You can see Greenard chasing after him. Manages to get all the way to the end zone until he's tackled in there. And it's 13-7. 1:21 to play here in the second quarter. And if it wasn't important before, it's important to note now. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. The snap, the kick, and the extra point is good. 7 plays, 74 yards, 148 game time there. A bit less cursed than Minnesota's first possession. 6 plays, 66 yards, 66 seconds. I don't know. Anyways, Minnesota trying to get back in this game, trying to tie it again. And it makes me wonder, how many times have I made errors like that without even knowing it? Calling it in favor of one team when it's really a tie. Running on autopilot, as it were. Return carried out to the 26. Justin Jefferson with the first touchdown for Minnesota. 37 total yards today. Quite a run. And an amazing pass from Sam Darnold for that initial touchdown. Vikings looking to do it again here. In a city which has some developed NFL history, even when you go back before all these games at Wembley and everything, as we know them in the modern day, started happening. There used to be a thing called the World League of American Football, or something along those lines. Existed in the 90s, went out in 2007 under the name NFL Europe. Anyways, their championship game, like we have the Super Bowl here, it was called the World Bowl. And the first World Bowl was held at the old Wembley Stadium in, I believe, 1991. Darnold is not going to manage to get anywhere here. In fact, he loses a yard. Sack for New York as we enter the final minute of the first half. Vikings using 1 timeout so far. Jets still with all 3. No huddle offense beginning now for Minnesota. As this is fired away by Darnold. Good deflection. Jets managed to force Minnesota to 3rd and 11. And if the Vikings can't convert here, some chance plays by Rodgers and crew might make this a 2-touchdown game. And you can call me a dreamer, but we've seen a lot of exciting plays in the NFL season so far in our coverage. And reason for that, look at the bottom left of your screen where it says EA Arcade. Vikings used their second timeout with 35 seconds to go. They're at the 50. They managed to survive this challenge. Picking up another first down. There's the snap. Darnold steps forward. Just going to settle for a short pass. Gain of 3 on that play. We've entered the last 30 seconds of quarter number 2. No huddle. 10 seconds. Oh, deflected again. Incomplete pass for Darnold, but that'll stop the clock. 8 seconds to play in this quarter. And if I were Minnesota, you've got 1 timeout left. Go for 1 more long passing play and then maybe bring out the kicker. But you've got to experiment first, see what happens. That's exactly what they're going to do. It's towards the end zone. It is incomplete, and the clock stops. 2 seconds to go. Now you bring out the kicker. They tried it. It didn't work. Sometimes those gambles pay off and sometimes not. But they're going to go for another passing play despite being down by 7. Maybe better luck on this one. Darnold steps way back. There's the throw. At the end of the second quarter, it's a conflagration in the end zone and the pass is incomplete. New York 14, Minnesota 7. We'll be right back here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. So it is time for the start of the second half here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. New York Jets 14, Minnesota Vikings 7. And it is a full house here this afternoon. We want to thank you also for joining us. It is early morning over in America, but here in England, the middle of the afternoon, as this gets carried out past the 20, the 25, the 30. Oh, what a breakaway. Up to the 41. What a return for Minnesota, and this is why the NFL, this is part of the reason why the NFL instituted these new kickoff rules that we've been seeing week after week. Lack of returns, and I think another reason was injuries from kickoffs as well. But this has got Minnesota out to the 41. What a starting position for the Vikings as we get underway in this third quarter. There's the snap. Darnold fakes the handoff. He's going to send it incomplete. Maybe could not find a receiver there. Vikings sacrifice a down. Have no lost yardage. Good move there by Darnold. But we'll see how the rest of this set of downs plays out. Vikings in passing formation once again. There's the snap. Darnold backs up, backs way up. It's incomplete once again. Pressure from New York's defense that time. And the Vikings now on third down just like that. Jets hoping to force them to give it away here. As you see Aaron Rodgers talking with his teammates on the sidelines. One more chance here for Minnesota on this possession. Darnold still can't find anyone. He's going to go down to 29. Loss of 11 yards there, 4th and 21. A disastrous possession for the Vikings as Darnold gets in a shouting match with Williams. Here's the replay of the sack. And down goes Sam Darnold, as well as this possession for Minnesota. Now for the punt. And kick from the 18. This is going to go very far. All the way to the 20. Aaron Rodgers leading the offensive line back out on the field. Sorry, that was a touchback, wasn't it? Missed call. Again, I apologize. Just like how I was going to say Jets looking to extend their lead when the game was tied, or the mistake I made at the very beginning of this broadcast when I said this was the first international game. It's not. Packers and the Eagles played in Sao Paulo, Brazil in week 1. Vikings, with that good return, could not follow through for a score. Jets get half of that practically. But on the first play, they're having success. Gain of 2, which is still better than the Vikings did. 2 incompletes by Darnold there, and then on the third down, a sack. 2nd and 8 here for New York. Rodgers waiting. Vikings perhaps looking for a measure of revenge. Rodgers is on the run. He's still going. Up to the 43, Aaron Rodgers, a 21-yard rush to give New York the first down in an incredible way. Quarterback runs it himself, and it's a great breakaway. There's the snap. Now the pass complete as Garrett Wilson makes the catch at the 50. Gain of 7 yards on that play. 2nd and 3 coming up here for New York. And there's a commotion in the stands. I don't know if you can hear that. A lot of Vikings fans here. Minnesota, the de facto home team, based on just the listing of everything in the schedule, and as a result, they're playing Vikings graphics on the scoreboards and such. So, for now at least, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is US Bank Stadium. Even have the Skol chant at the start. A lot of Vikings supporters coming overseas from Minnesota to this great city of London. This is going to be a gain of 5. Catches made at 38. As we get to the final minute of the third quarter. Again, it goes fast, but Ultrasport rules. 2nd and 5 on 38. There's the snap. Handoff here to Breece Hall, who had a touchdown earlier today. He gets up to the 30 as the Jets get a first down on that running play. And again, we've entered the final minutes of quarter number 3 here in London. There's the snap. Handoff to Hall once again. He's going to continue to break through all the way up to the 17. It's another first down for New York as time ticks down on the third quarter. The Jets looking to make this a 2-touchdown lead. I was right about that time. They are looking to extend their lead here. 10 seconds to go. Last play of the third quarter. Will it be a touchdown? Oh, so very close. Catch is made at the 1. And that'll take us to quarter number 4. New York 14, Minnesota 7 here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Later today, we'll be in Foxborough, Massachusetts at Gillette Stadium. It's an AFC East rivalry matchup as the New England Patriots host the Miami Dolphins. 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central later today on Ultrasport. Fourth quarter getting underway here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. First and goal for the New York Jets, who have a 14-7 lead, which is now going to become a 20-7 lead. Touchdown for the Jets. It is run in by Breece Hall, his second touchdown of today. And the Jets now with a 2-touchdown lead over the Vikings. We've got just a few minutes to go in this game as the fourth quarter gets underway. It looks like New York has secured the victory here in London, but miracles have happened before in the NFL. So stay tuned to this game because you never know what's going to happen. But right now, things not looking too good for Minnesota after we saw them lose 20-17 to Green Bay last week. Came into that game undefeated, picked up their first loss, and now it looks like it's going to be 2 in a row unless they can get something going here. We're 2 seconds in. That play taking 2 seconds of the fourth quarter. Still a lot of action to go here in the final segment of this game. Some purple, some yellow, some green. A mixture of fans here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Vikings looking to get back into this. Past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. What a return. He's still up. He's going to go down at the 40. What a return for the Vikings. But they had a good return, I believe, on the last possession as well. And that ended in a fourth down and them having to punt the ball away. So we'll see what Sam Darnold and company can accomplish here with this possession, and if they're going to be able to fight back against New York or not. First and 10 on the 40. There's the snap. Darnold sends it away. Pass will be caught by Trent Sherfield at the 46. 7-yard gain there for the Vikings. And this may be getting close at least to the time to break out the no-huddle offense. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining, but again, we play 4-minute quarters here on Ultra Sport. So there you go. No-huddle offense for Minnesota. Conserving the time. 2nd and 3 on the 46. Darnold, long pass deflected. Long pass deflected by Reed Jr., intended for Trent Sherfield. Just like that, Minnesota on 3rd down. Robert Saleh telling the Jets to keep doing what they're doing. 4th down here would secure the win for New York. Darnold, one more chance. Pass is deflected again. Incredible defense here from New York. Vikings are on 4th down for the 2nd time in this game. And, well, you got to go for it. It's the 4th quarter. You're already down by 2 touchdowns. You got to go for it. Minnesota couldn't convert on their last 4th down. What can they do here? 4th and 3. Maybe don't go for the pass. No, it's going to work this time. It is going to work this time as Justin Jefferson makes the catch. He's had the only touchdown of the day for Minnesota. And now he keeps this possession alive. 21-7. Vikings trying to claw their way back in this no huddle again on this play. Darnold steps back. Pass will be caught by Jordan Addison. And the Vikings move up to the 30. .250 to play here in London. Want to thank you for joining us. As we mentioned before the start of this quarter, New England and Miami coming up later today. We've got 2 games for you because we want to cover the international series as well as a domestic game. So for the next 2 weeks, 1 in Tottenham, 1 in Wembley, we'll have London games for you, if I'm not mistaken, that is. 2nd and 5 at the 25. Pass is caught by number 86, Johnny Munt. Vikings at the 17. 2-minute warning about to kick in here. Can the Vikings get one more play? Doesn't look like it. 21-7 at the 2-minute warning here. New York in the lead over Minnesota. And the Vikings trying to get at least 1 touchdown in before this game comes to its ending. Unless they have an interception or something miraculous like that, I don't think they're going to pull off the win here in London, but they can try. That's all you can do. They tried against Green Bay last week. It was 20-10. Final score was 20-17 because the Vikings kept fighting, even if they knew they wouldn't win. There's a certain pride in going down swinging, as this is caught by Sherfield. First down for the Vikings as they use their first time out of the second half. 1:51 to play. Vikings at the 3. First and goal here, obviously. Talking through the strategy. So close to the end zone. There's the snap. Darnold waiting. He's going to wait too long. He's going to wait too long. He's pulled down around the 19. Well then, New York's defense has certainly been on top of things in this second half and in the whole game when you think about it. They've only allowed 1 touchdown, and now second and goal at the 19 for Minnesota. Darnold is running around again. This is deflected. Are you kidding me? I think this is the best defensive performance we've seen all season here on Ultrasport. I'm not counting every NFL game, just the ones that we've covered. 2 third-down conversions today for the Jets, 1 for Minnesota. On the 19, pass is caught by Jordan Addison. And he can't settle for a field goal here. Can't take the consolation prize. But maybe they will. Booth review here. That one was a bit close to being out of bounds. And if you see on the scoreboard there, it still says 19-yard line. Was he there? This is what we need. You can see his feet. He makes the catch. Looks like he was in bounds. At least that's the way I see it. And indeed, you can see there on the scoreboard, the Vikings have been moved up 7 yards. It's 4th and goal on the 12. The previous call has been overturned. Last chance here for Minnesota to do something big. Or what looks to be the last chance anyways. 4th and goal on the 12. The snap. Darnold running around again. He fires it away. Fires blindly. Deflection is made. And it's 21-7. And that seems to be the way it will stay. 1:06 remaining in this game here in London. Aaron Rodgers comes back out onto the field, but all he has to do is kneel. It is unequivocal at this point. Jets cruise to a victory, a 2-touchdown victory over the Minnesota Vikings in the first London game of the year. And again, we're just waiting here. Although this doesn't look like a kneeling formation. Are they going to go for something? Looks like it. It is Breece Hall who gets the handoff. He goes back a yard. 2nd and 11 as the Vikings use their second timeout. What a defensive performance today by New York. 1:02 to play here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11. And good offense as well. 3 touchdowns. They'll have a 2-touchdown win over Minnesota. Hall gets the handoff again, by the way. He's pushed back 2 yards. Jets at the 9. Vikings use their last timeout, and now you can kneel. Although, they may want to go for a passing play before that. Get the first down and secure the ending there. Again, Jets not in kneeling formation. They're going to try the running play once more. Hall goes down at the 10. It's a loss of 1 more yard, and it's 4th and 12. But it doesn't really matter here for New York. 46 seconds to go, and the clock running down as we speak. Jets at the 10. 40 seconds. But they are going to punt. There's the kick. And the Vikings are going to get the ball for one more time as this goes out for a touchback. Sam Darnold, you can see on the bench there. It's as if he doesn't want to get up. I wouldn't either. This at this point is just kind of humiliating. But hey, you've got a chance to go out strong. Chance to go for a Hail Mary. Maybe one last incredible play to send the Vikings fans home at least a little bit happier than they would have been. Especially, oh, this is going to go incomplete. Especially those who have made the trip out here to London. National Football League indeed, with some very devoted fans. Rodgers on the sidelines there, waiting as we all are for the final whistle. This last minute, just formality when you think about it. But Darnold is going to send it away. It is incomplete once again. And you can talk about New York's defense, but maybe a bit of criticism for Minnesota's offense as well. Incomplete after incomplete after incomplete. Jets get credit for the deflections, of course, but sometimes to make the catch, you just can't get there. 3rd and 10, 4 seconds to go. Vikings at the 20. Darnold. One last Hail Mary. And he catches it this time. It is Jordan Addison with the last play of the game as we say goodbye and see you later from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. New York 21, Minnesota 7.